matchup right here, right now. It's going to be Debre versus Blinky. Debre with that 67% win rate. Insanely impressive. Exactly where you want to be sitting to guarantee you make it to the World Cup. Let's take a look at Blinky's stats, though. 82% win rate, I think our highest so far. So impressive. Both these players are absolutely unreal. Anything you want to talk about them, Jake?
I mean, you see, again, like you said, highest win rate in the league, Blinky, 82%. Average guess times very, very similar. Both players also like to take their time, similarly to Radu and Consus, who we just saw. And then the average accuracy, again, just a little bit higher for Blinky, but these are very evenly matched players. This is, I think both of them are above the twice as many points as games mark in the standings, which is not something a lot of players can say. So, yeah, you see them here very, very high up in the table. Debre with only 23 matches played, but this is certainly one of the best matches we're going to see in this entire league.
Yeah, definitely agreed. This one's going to be crazy. 23 matches, and he's sitting in a good spot. And Blinky with only one more. Round
Urban
one moving.
Chile to start it off here.
Yeah.
Can be tricky sometimes in Chile to find written city names. Wait, wow, that was not my first thought here.
Maybe he was just looking if it lined up, if the grid and the city lined up. I think he was. Again, for anybody newer to the game, when you look straight down, you can line up that compass in the bottom left, and then you can see the road angle will line up perfectly with the map as you've lined up your view perfectly north-south. That's what a lot of players will always do, to line up roads like that.
Debre had a bin that said Coyahuasi. I want to say that's a town somewhere. Oh, Pica. Oh my gosh, I think Debre's got it.
Wow, Debre on the round one in the moving. First, one of the best in the world at moving is actually going to get the 4999.
Wow, what a start for Debre. Again, getting points off Blinky, getting closer than Blinky in a moving round is hard to do. Like, very hard to do. He does not miss much. Capri, this is interesting. It's easy, I think, for both players, but kind of a fun location.
That is fun. Water straight south. I mean,
what a beautiful
Debre
island.
might just line up the 5K. He does. Insanely beautiful island. And the 5K and the 4999 on the round two.
Yeah, well, Debre is certainly asserting his dominance so far through 2 rounds. He's dropped 1 point so far, but it's all about the consistency. And we've seen how consistent Blinky can be. Got a kilometer marker there, but it's blurred out.
Yeah.
Those things normally point towards nearby cities, but if you can't read the city name, it's going to make this a little bit tougher.
Both players now move in the same direction. Nope,
I imagine they're just going to... He does, yeah. I imagine they'll just move until they find another kilometer marker. That, but I don't think that's much.
Yeah, we will be in Malaysia by the looks of it.
Yep, and it should be
and
the
mainland
peninsular side. Yep, because we have the black stickers on the poles. I'm not sure either player is actually going to end up with much. Oh, is that a... I think Blinky may have a road prefix, like N.
Oh yeah,
120 or whatever that says, but they're both in the right state here.
Both in the right state. We shouldn't see too many points, but Blinky will be a little bit closer. Deals some damage to Debre for the first time in this match. 82 points. We're going to round 4.
And Blinky widely lauded as the best moving player in the world. But the thing with the moving duels format is that it's a little bit different from a traditional moving format, so even if he's definitely the best at pinpointing, that doesn't mean that he's invincible in a moving duel. We've seen him lose some already in this league.
Yeah.
And, you know, if you were to pick anybody to pull off that upset against him, Debre would be a pretty good pick.
Yeah, he definitely would. Looks like Blinky has some signs here now. Obama, signed to Obama. And the 27 is right there. Yeah, he'll be very close. Obama is the legendary hedge many people love to guess in Japan. But this time, on this round, with those signs, Blinky is gonna get the 5K to come back a bit against Debre. Debre is still with a lead, but by 12 points.
That's a really impressive 5K. I mean,
that
Debre had
nuts.
5Ks in the first couple of rounds, but they were on very small islands or very small towns. And that one there was a lot harder to line up and get the exact spot, and Blinky did it so quickly. We see that
quick.
Incredible pinpointing skill on display from him. It's like Mexico here. Blinky zooming into Veracruz. I mean, I like the guess with soil color and the sort of flatness that we see. We see Veracruz, it says. Playa Vicente is going to be the town. Can Debre find that?
Don't know if he can. Probably needs to zoom in another level, and he isn't. So round 5, he will be closer. Gonna deal back some more damage after that Blinky 5K. This is 1100 now. Debre's got a nice lead.
Why was the town name called Playa if we were inland? What? Why is it called beach?
That's a good question, Jake.
How odd. I mean, I imagine Debre was scanning the coast, which I don't blame him for. I would have been doing the same, so... How strange. This is Turkey, another fairly big country. With multipliers this high, game could definitely turn around here. I do like the east guess here from Debre.
I like
Landscape
it too.
definitely feels pretty eastern. Goes for Tokat. Blinky's got a road number. He's just the D850. We'll see if he can find that. He's
They're
so
both
quick.
looking at the same thing.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Debre has it too. It was behind his map, but you're absolutely right. I think they both have the road.
Yeah, will they be on it though? What? Blinky's on it on the right part. It's much farther south. That's actually going to be a huge hit to Debre's health. Blinky retakes the lead and now has a really big one. We have round 7.
It must be a really long road, that, or Debre might have clicked the wrong thing, but we go Australia. Both players in moving at least very, very similar average scores, very high average scores. We have yellow signpost, red car. This should absolutely be Western Australia. So, I don't know. I mean, we could still see some points on offer. Western Australia's got a lot of land area. It's the second largest subdivision in the world. So, oh, Cervantes. This is actually a fairly well-known town. Blinky sees Cervantes.
Oh, Blinky
there it
sees
is for Debre.
Oh, yep. Debre's in it.
Got it.
He's on it. Might have lined it up, too.
I honestly, I don't want to say I expect Blinky to know what this town is, but it's definitely knowable. He doesn't know it. Oh, he just found it.
He finds it last second. Very nice from both of these two players. 4997, gonna be a little closer, and with the 4 times multiplier, that 1 point difference is 4 points of damage.
A little bit stressful there, but Blinky just about found it in time. Keeps his slim lead going into round 8.
Players both off to the races quick. Looks like a France here.
I thought maybe Belgium.
But maybe
signage?
Belgium, actually, yeah.
But wouldn't shock me if it's close to France, given how hilly it is. The more hilly Belgium is, the more south you tend to be. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Has Blinky... No, now he's found the same sign, so he'll know that it's Belgium as well. And I wouldn't expect too much damage to be dealt here. But Ivoire, they both have the same town name.
Is that
Might
findable?
be quite small. I'm not sure. Both players will scan for it. They've got 15 seconds. If Blinky finds it immediately.
Blinky finds it immediately. Oh, it's
There's
Debre.
Nice. See if he can 5K.
Wow. Is he going to try and do the 5K last second?
Just down the road.
Just down the road. Both 2 4 993s. This has been such an impressive moving game. We're approaching round 9 now.
We've definitely been blessed with the moving gameplay. Watching Radu versus Consus and then Debre versus Blinky. Some of the best to ever do it. We are back in Mexico in round number 9. Definitely a big enough country. Either player could even win the game here.
Yeah, I mean,
They
this
do
could
appear
be
to
it.
both be moving towards the south, so if information is found... Oh wait, no, Blinky switched. It looked like he went back to the start and is now moving north. So it's possible one of them could run into info that the other doesn't find. That or they're just going to have to make a guess.
Yeah,
like
really not much, and we're 10 seconds left. Gonna have to region guess this. Debre.
Michoacan for Debre.
Wow.
Similar for Blinky.
So similar. They're so close to each other. These region guesses are so good, and Blinky will be closer with the 5 times multiplier. That's 1,200 points of damage. Debre's still in it. He could still do it, but we are reaching our round limit. Our last round, round 10. Whoever has the most health at the end of this one will win the moving game. And we're going to be on Russia.
And it's Karelia. I like the Karelia guess a lot. We have very rocky side of the road. This is super typical landscape for Karelia. Will Blinky follow suit? He will.
He will. Debre has actually already dropped the GG emote as well. I think he knows that Blinky will know it too. They're both guessing basically right on top of each other. Blinky will actually even still be closer right there. And on that is going to win the game, not on the round limit, on the points. And we
Fantastic
take it
performance
to no move.
From Blinky. I mean, again, best moving player in the world, I think most would say. Does his job there. Of course, Debre, one of the strongest moving players in the league too, so that's still a big win for Blinky. Big implications, but we go to the no move. We will see if Debre can fight back here. Maybe slightly more comfortable in no move comparatively, but again, Blinky's so incredibly strong in every mode. This is just a clash between two of the best players in the league, and we are just lucky to be able to watch him. Does Debre have the 5K?
Did Debre line it up already? I think he might have. He might have already lined it up. He seems confident too.
I can't quite tell. I'm not sure it's right, because I'm looking east and there doesn't appear to be an intersection, but it was a confident zoom.
Yeah.
No, it is.
Wow, he did it.
He's just down the road.
It's just down the road from the correct spot. What a find there from Debre. What a way to start the no move. Going around 2.
Goodness. What a guess. It's like North Columbia here. Yep. We've got this very flat landscape and wooden picket fences. Super typical of Colombia. You can see similar landscapes to the east of the Andes as well, but this one looks a little bit more dry, so I agree with the northern guess.
Blinky locks it. Debre follows. Both right there. 246 points. Going on around 3.
Yeah, never going to be too much to speak of on a round like that, but all it does is increase the multipliers and make everything just a bit more intense. Is there info on there? I think there probably is. That's a very confident zoom from Blinky, so it probably does say Igao or maybe some kind of plate code or something. I'm not sure exactly what he sees. It's hard for me to read, but or no, Digos. Yeah, I think it does say that somewhere. Yep.
Yeah, both found it. 4998 versus the 4994. 8 points of damage with the 2 times multi. Round 4 now, 2.5 times damage. Quick Finland zoom from Debre, and he's placed his plonk in. Looks like Debre has a little bit of a better average score on Finland. But Finland's a hard country to region guess. I mean, you can see neither player's average is 4K or above.
Yeah, that's actually surprisingly low. Average scores of under 4,000, because Finland's not a huge country, but
yeah,
it's a tricky one.
Can definitely be a tricky one to region guess. Round 5, 3 times damage now. Debre thinking Gorontalo in Indonesia. Blinky yet to open the map.
Pretty big edge by the looks of it.
Yeah, he does. Wow.
Indonesia's definitely a tricky country. Blinky no slouch either, of course. Both of them going for the north coast of Sulawesi. I do like the guess a lot with the architecture and the palm trees that we see. Also thinking about further south on the Gulf of Tomini. This is the thing with Sulawesi. There's kind of 2 north coasts there, and they can look very, very similar to each other. So sometimes hard to choose between them. Sometimes you'll see players clicking in the water in between. But for the moment, they're both going for the far north.
Yeah, shouldn't be too many points here. It is 3 times damage. Wow, wait, Blinky's kind of moving it around a bunch.
Yep, there you go.
Wow, and it works, yeah, there you go. He's gonna use Central Sulawesi. That's 1,000 points of damage with the multiplier. Big lead now for Blinky. We're gonna go to round 6. Back in Indonesia by the looks of it.
Yep, got Nusa Tenggara pulls there with that sort of long diagonal bar there. That will put us somewhere basically east of Bali on these small islands here, but there's still quite a few of them and quite a lot of distance between them, so this round definitely could still be consequential. Both of them currently thinking Lombok. It's not an easy round, it's just a bunch of vegetation.
Yeah, so little to go off of, but again, the quality of these players, both here making the same guess on the same island. The pressure's on. Debre needs to follow. It's going to be Bali. Debre will be just slightly closer, but they're both there on Lombok, so really not many points at all. Round 7.
Yep, Bali's about as far west as that round can be, but I think they recognized the vegetation. Felt maybe a little bit more west, a little bit more wet than you see in islands like Timor and Sumba. So, still a very solid guess from both.
Galicia guess from Debre and Blinky. Makes sense. It's kind of North Spain vibe. You're in a little bit of a flatter area.
Definitely kind of it's an unusual looking round, but
yeah,
I do
both
agree
coastal.
with North Spain here. Yeah, there are just a few like flat coastal plains that you see here, but most of the time this area tends to be a lot more in the mountains.
Wow. Debre, really incredible guess there. 2.2 kilometers away, but Blinky so close as well, just around the corner. Round 8, 4.5 times damage, and a quick zoom and plonk from Debre. In South Africa, Blinky's following suit in the same area, so we should not see too many points. Prediction shows that their average guesses are really similar in South Africa.
Again, it's so impressive. We're in round 8, and their scores, I mean, they've dropped 2,000 points collectively.
Yeah,
which is
that's
so
unreal.
Crazy. The consistency is just, it's mind-blowing, really. Wow. So like this whole game has been pretty much nothing to separate these two players.
Yeah, such amazing guesses on both sides. Back and forth and back and forth. Round 9 now. We're getting close to that round limit, as you mentioned. You gotta do it in 10, guys. If you don't do it here, the next round is the last one we get, and whoever has the most health at the end of round 10 will win.
Does look like Brazil with this red soil and the car. Ooh, Misiones actually could work.
Wow, Misiones could make
sense. I didn't think
too.
about that, but that could make sense.
It could.
I kind of like it from Blinky, honestly.
This is one of our first pretty big differences here. Wow, it is actually just going to be Brazil, and Debre with 5 times damage brings Blinky to 59 health.
Wow.
What is that?
I mean, that's the first mistake that Blinky's made in pretty much either game.
Yeah.
At least the first significant one, but it's round 10, and he's alive. The average scores are about the same, so that kind of tells us it's probably Indonesia. Looks like both players do agree with that, but again, this is really tricky, and I could honestly see either player still winning the game here.
Yeah. Definitely doable.
Nias, really? Wow.
Nias from Debre. Island west of North Sumatra.
I'll admit that was not my first thought here. But, I mean, I don't know what my first thought was.
Yeah. This is a hard one. Blinky is thinking kind of Bali, or maybe just Nusas in general, those islands.
Wow.
I mean, this could be game in either direction with 5.5 times multiplier.
Nias is bold. I think I would probably be closer to where Blinky is, but I'm really not sure.
I think so too. Yeah, it's Sulawesi. Wow. What in the world? Blinky is laughing to himself. Look at that on the cam. It's actually Sulawesi. And Blinky ends up taking the 2-0. After Debre was so close to taking him out and getting NMPZ, it ends up being Blinky in the end.
Absolute madness. Rounds 9 and 10